Well, different range in St. Louis, and hey, I'm Ian Touch Maria.
Hey, Sydney C says.
Yep. And?
So.
Yep, my brother Avi. And we saw Julius Day the Card Game, the 2019 movie that technically came in 2020 because after the COVID messed everything else, so we stage didn't have to come out until now. So, well, tell you what, so you went for Anthem. So what's the plot, sir? What's the plot of Julius Day the Card Game? Based on the Peter Carey novel, story of an Australian bushranger, Ned Carey and his gang as they flee from a forest in 1870s. 1870s, yep. And that's a bit of plot now. So a bit about this guy's life and, well, how after his gang...
Ned Kelly, the most infamous or famous of Australian outlaws, bushrangers.
Yeah.
You know, the movie essentially deals with his formative years and then later with his outlaw lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I actually like the way they broke that up, too. They do, like, boy,
yeah, much
man.
like the book. Yeah. It's broken up into chapters.
Yeah.
About, how there's lots of movies that are broken up into parts.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Like, he played that part as well, but...
Sure.
And that's a bit of part. So, alright, now going to the movie... Well, guys, we all know 2020 was a shit year out there for movie. A lot of movies did not get the release because of bullshit, because of COVID. So, we knew nothing, we went blind, we knew nothing, and
you went in blind.
Justin Kurtzell,
I
he's Australian, we did the movie The Snowtown Murders, also about maybe the most infamous, famous serial murders in Australian history. Then did the Michael Fassbender version of Macbeth. Then went with Fassbender to do Assassin's Creed.
Which is bad. It's so disappointing.
It's sort of a reset in a way, going back to his roots.
Yeah, I think it was a good move.
Yeah,
I mean, this is actually, like, for us as a family, our first movie of 2021.
Yeah,
and I think it was a really, really good choice. Because it's a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, even though it has that, like, Western vibe. And I'm also not a huge Western fan, unless, of course, you're Clint Eastwood. I know.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But I have to say that I was pretty riveted from the very beginning of the movie, how it opened. You really got an idea of what was going on in their lives.
Yeah. It was a very dark story, not a happy story.
No.
And it's very sad. The playing very, very tragic. But you're going to understand where you're coming from, man. Oh, boy, it gets super
it's based
dark.
around, it's not so much like a direct, if you're looking for, like, the greatest hits of Ned Kelly, like the Wikipedia page, you're kind of going to miss out on it because they do skim some things. It's really more with, like, the psychological influences from his mom.
Right. The number she does on him.
The Crow character, Charlie Hunnam, and Nicholas to the other cop. Like just how those people were trying to,
influence him
and force him to be, like, there were all the lines, you have to be a man, you have to do this, you have to do that, where it's like, he never really had the ability to be
what he wanted to be.
It was almost as if history took him upon this course because the circumstances that were forced upon him and forced upon Australians back then. He didn't have a lot of options.
And also that pressure to be a Kelly, which was to live up to this name, which was their last name. And I think the whole idea was to be a Kelly wasn't necessarily a very positive thing. Like at one point, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but maybe it is. He's offered schooling.
Yeah, but the Michael Field.
But I think what's most intriguing is like the movie, like I said, like the movie's written as a letter to his kid, and then Kelly never had a kid.
Yeah.
So it's you're using fiction in a way to make a real point about the character, and really what's most important is that regardless of the dramatic licenses taken, it allowed Ned Kelly to tell his own story and not have the various myths perpetuated by the British about him.
Yeah. We'll talk about the cast a sec. George McKay.
The kid from 1917.
I mean,
played Ned Kelly. He was also
Charlie Hunnam.
Yep, you got Sons of Anarchy, dude. You have Beast from X-Men.
Like all the cast did a good job.
The mom from the Babadook.
Yep.
Russell Crowe. So it was pretty much
it's a great cast.
And I don't know the name of the child who played Ned Kelly as a child.
Oh, no, something.
Okay. And so I just want to give a big shout out to him. His name is Orlando I think it's Schwert.
Yeah.
And known for Children of the Corn 2020, but I got to tell you, I didn't see that. But I can tell you that he had a spectacular performance in this movie. And as far as like children acting in movies, I mean, wow, he blew my mind. Yeah, honestly, I mean, he was just as good as anybody else in the movie. The cast was perfect, and I liked the way they intermingled with each other.
Yeah, the cabinet made him.
The movie was a lot of there was some violence for sure, but it was there's a lot of more psychological duels going on. A lot of very intense confrontations and conversations between characters. But then, this was an area where not a lot of characters were treated well.
Yeah, with love. A lot of corruption.
There's a lot of going back and forth between being very angry with each other, then loving each other.
Right.
It's very
happy, sad.
Yeah.
It's very all over the place.
Yeah, it's very, very dark story.
And actually, even
you look at the history of Australia, and you'd be like, oh.
It would all make sense. It's just I think they also do a great job of showing you where they're living.
Yeah.
In Australia, and I mean I think I'm probably getting this data wrong, but there's only a certain percentage I think of Australia that is actually inhabited, and the rest is
it's very
bush,
dry,
right?
The bush,
and you can see. That this family is just trying to just make it, and they'll do anything to survive. But in a way, it's also just done something to their minds. And I'm not sure how many generations were living there.
Yeah, you don't even root for them.
I don't know if there was actually.
Probably 100 years.
So then they're about 2 generations in.
Yeah,
and so then you've also got these police officers, these constables. Yeah, sergeant. I mean, they're super corrupt. I mean, everybody, in a sense.
Yeah.
It shows it how it really was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of westerns that are perpetuating certain myths, particularly American westerns, about how the West was won and all these things. But really, it was this very harsh land. You look at what happened in Australia's case to Aborigines, America's case to Native Americans. So it fits in snugly with the revisionist westerns, Assassination of Jesse James. Dead Man, Devil's Doorway, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Unforgiven, Django to an extent,
Yeah, and I think that's important for people to see, so that once again, and kind of when they did 10 Years a Slave, that you don't romance.
12 years, right?
It was 12, not 10. So where you're not romancing the whole idea of what it was really like.
The real World Western was not a happy story. It was sad, dark, not pretty.
So are we ready for?
And then going back to the Liberty Valance thing, and there's that whole line where it's when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. And this movie is, even though there is a lot of fiction, it's once again trying to restore a certain authenticity to Ned Kelly because of what the circumstances that were forced upon him by just the time he was living in.
Yeah,
and can you ever really escape the destiny or what it's
can you escape your past and not become the man who really turning you into a monster and weapon?
Best Ned Kelly movie, definitely better than the one with Mick Jagger, and then better than the one with Heath Ledger.
I did not see Ned Vision, so I have no comment on Ned Vision.
Yeah, I think I'm good for Ned Kelly. I think this was perfect. Yeah, and I hope this film gets recognized somewhere at some point.
I'm hoping we got to go even fear someday, because this movie does even fear, but then COVID messed everything up, so we think it's into 2020, 21%.
So, ratings. Okay, so, all right, we of course did not do our video about ratings, so I'm feeling very nervous. Okay, so Avi, you go first.
Are we doing new ratings, or are we doing the old ones?
No, we're doing the new. We're in the new system, but we just have to. One day we're going to explain it, but we're staying in the new.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep my system.
All right, so we're doing the old one.
Well, actually, you got to get the new system.
No. We have to stay in the system. We'll stay
with the 5.
Yeah, stay with the 5. Yeah.
New rating system still coming soon.
Coming soon to you. It's under construction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Am I going first?
Yeah. You go first.
4 out of 5. Terrific movie. Solid Western. It reminded me a lot of that other Australian Western, The Proposition, where also just very rugged, harsh territory. And just, I could go on about from the acting to the cinematography, how it went from full screen to widescreen, kind of replicating the view of his armor like that. Like you could just go on and on about it.
Dude, that one scene.
Well
that one scene towards the end where it's getting very like crazy. The lighting of the like.
Yeah, it goes. Sure.
So I'm gonna jump in with you, Avi, with the 4 out of 5. Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely agreed. I mean, you need. I think it's an important movie. I think you should see it for sure.
Yeah.
There's just a lot good in there, and just be prepared to maybe shed a tear.
Yeah.
All right.
And you gotta tell you.
I do movie number 8.
Wow.
This is one of the best Western I've seen at the end this. Well, actually, I took it this year.
But like ever.
Well, not ever per se.
Then how could it be a 5 out of 5?
It's not Unforgiven.
Yeah.
It's not Unforgiven, but it's dark and dark
Western. So it's 5 for you then. Hey,
it's a great movie, and very intrigued if you can see it.
In the new system.
Right, so much for the video movie, and how we can get organized because let's say that 20 best shit, and this is one of the best movies that came out this year, last year.
Well, that we saw. So anyway, what's next?
That'll be at the True History of
Ned Kelly.
Please comment on the movie. You can also like my page on Twitter. Please comment. Oh yeah, stay tuned for our ratings system video, which you'll hopefully do. Hopefully not maybe before January, and if we can't do it, then
no, we have to be committed. We are going to do it. It's just it's busy around here.
Yeah,
but maybe someone wants to also comment what their favorite Western is.
Yeah, please comment on your favorite Western, or movie, game, comic, the works. I'll be working with my new
GDN Sports on Twitter. You already know.
All right, and don't forget to follow me in Culver Credit Recovery. .com on Instagram and also on Facebook at Sydney C Says.
Yep. And you can follow me usually at this point by and Twitch.tv and join us in. See ya.
Bye.